The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
We are just getting started. And here's Gordon. Joelinton! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Petrovic getting this one clear. Truffert. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, this fella, Sven Botman, is someone who's had an interesting career, Peter. He received his football education in the Dutch capital, then he moved to France at a young age to establish himself. And while many concentrate on what he can do when he's on the ball because he has a wonderful passing range, he's actually a very, very good defender too. And he'll defend that 18-yard box with all he's got.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Goes for a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, what has happened here? And here's Evan Nielsen, shoots! And that is wildly off target.
Well, I think the defence deserves credit for the way they were quick to close him down.
Livramento. Neither side yet able to find the net. Murphy has the space to scheme. Truffert did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Hill. And Scott. Played out towards the right wing. Smith. Threads one in. Engages and forces him off the ball. Miley.
Newcastle definitely like their pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
And it's Tavernier. And here's Evan Nielsen. Oh, that's superb. Livramento. Botman. Gordon. And he's intervened well there. Christie. And here's Unal. Now then, the ball's come loose. Tries to pass it through. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. That is lovely. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Newcastle are looking to break at pace. Smith. And it's Kluivert. Now it's Evan Nielsen. He's having a shot! They've scored! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
After 33 minutes is number 26.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
No, he wasn't going to let him past. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Kluivert. That's going wide left. Now it's Murphy. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Chance here to counter. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Christie. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the shot! And there's a goal! And the lead lasts no time at all!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Newcastle restore parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Livramento. It's Murphy. Miley. Osula. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Well, Jim, they've both had their moments.
Well, it's definitely been a game where both sides have tried to play to their own strengths, and I suppose neither side would be particularly unhappy with this scoreline. I suspect, Peter, the two managers will be keen to urge patience and discipline from their players now.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. He's had it taken off him. Osula, he's found a way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And the shot! And he should have made them pay.
What a pass. One that literally dropped into his path. It was asking to be finished.
Tonali, and it's Livramento. Now it's Murphy. Now it's Evan Nielsen. He's found space here. And it's Truffert. Now it's Christie.
Christie really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, super ball! Chance, surely! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Just not quite happening for him just now.
Bournemouth really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Bournemouth with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Truffert. Shapes to shoot! Off the post! Forced to go back. Great chance! But he's left disappointed.
Truffert really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
The attendance for this match was
60 minutes played.
28,997.
Osula receives it in a good position here. That has ended up in no man's land. Truffert. Now Tavernier. Now, can they get him away? And he's managed to get free. Oh, good take and a chance for a shot! He's got a goal! And again they hit the front. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Is number 16.
Bournemouth
Tavernier.
leading now. Joelinton. Hall. And it's Joelinton. Now he's running away. Tavernier. Now, what about a counter-attack? And it's been played through. And he thumps it clear. Botman. And Thiaw. And here's Evan Nielsen. Livramento. Joelinton. Livramento. Miley. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Ramsdale. Tonali. Joelinton. Osula. Joelinton. Hill with the clearance. And claimed it back swiftly. And here's Gordon. And here's Joelinton. He's rising! And a truly agonising miss.
Well, the reaction from his teammates says it all, Peter. They simply expected better.
Substitution on the field. Number 23.
The two coaches
Jacob
are signalling
Murphy.
changes here, both at the
Number
same time.
21. Number 3.
Burn.
Lewis Hall.
Tonali.
Coming on the field. Number 9.
And he cuts out the
Whistle.
supply.
Number 2.
Newcastle
Trippier.
really are showing
Number
all the
33.
necessary...
Oh, terrible pass.
Substitution in progress.
Joelinton. Joelinton. Osula. Osula gets on his bike and on the move. Lovely pass, but can he get... And Wissa! And that is doing no harm at all.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time
Substitutions
than he
taking
realised.
place.
Bournemouth making further changes here, and in quick succession.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case. Bournemouth can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Joelinton does really well to win the ball there. Nicely weighted ball. Joelinton!
There will be 3
And
minutes
it's hit
at
the
a time.
woodwork and out! Troffer gets it clear. And now the breakaway. Great ball if he can get there. Trippier. Botman. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Jimenez. Looking for the run. Brooks receives it in a wide position. Looking to play him in. Has crossed into the middle. And that's the keeper's ball. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Bournemouth pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed.